Our major winter storm continues to pound central and eastern Kentucky with more snow. We'll show you how much more falls as we go into your Saturday just ahead.
Many drivers have spent hours stuck on Interstate 75 after a series of crashes kept shutting down the road in Rockcastle County.
Some people in central Kentucky ended up getting stuck when they tried to drive on snow-covered roads. We'll have a live look at the latest conditions.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. A historic winter storm continues across much of Kentucky tonight. Already, parts of the bluegrass have well over a foot of snow.
It is another WKYT first alert severe weather day. So when will the snow finally stop falling? We begin our team coverage tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Chris?
Yeah, I think a lot of us, Sam and Amber, still have another 12 hours or so of light to moderate snows, especially into the eastern half of Kentucky. Winter storm warning carries us into early tomorrow, maybe extended a little deeper into the afternoon across eastern Kentucky. All the counties that are shaded in the pink here, similar to what we were looking at earlier. Now we're starting to see that transition. If you were watching us over the past few days, we said at some point tonight you would notice the snows coming at us in reverse, and that's what we're seeing. So we're looking to the north, the east, and the northeast for the snows to drop back in as that big blizzard cranks across the eastern seaboard. So indeed, now the snow bands are picking back up. It's a different brand of snow. Earlier today, you were getting accumulations of 1 to 3 inches of snow basically every hour in some parts of Kentucky. We're not going to see those types of snows as we work our way into the overnight. Generally now, you're going to get a ½ inch or less per hour, if that. It is a light to moderate brand of snow that is coming into town. Does not mean we're not going to add to the totals, because we are. You're seeing on your Defender radar network how the snow is coming at us in Lexington from the east. So if you're in Lexington, watch your radar. Look at Bourbon County, look at Clark County for the snow to come on into town. Our live sky cam out in front of the station here. You see we had a heavier burst of snow just a little bit ago. It's lightened up right now, but you can see the flakes that are flying around. How cool is this? If you've been by the station here on Winchester Road, you know how the shrubs out front spell out WKYT. Look at the snow drifts that are filling those up. We've got about 11 inches of snow on the ground here, although it's very tough to get a complete, total, accurate measurement. And the drifts in a few spots are better than 2 feet here at the station. Our crews have done a phenomenal job keeping the parking lot as clear as they can, by the way. So hats off to them. We look to the northeast across the I-64 corridor, and we are dealing with snow firing back up. Owingsville, Mount Sterling, Frenchburg, Moorhead, Morgan County. Got some 19-inch snow reports coming out of Morgan County. Down toward Lee County, down toward parts of Owsley County, 15 to 16 inches here into Magoffin County, Miles Stomping Grounds. Get into Jackson around Breathitt County. 18, 19, got a 19-inch report in northern Perry County, better than a foot of snow. London and Somerset, especially northern parts of those areas. Now we watch the snow train cranking up across the eastern seaboard. That is our blizzard. It is throwing snow back toward an upper level system that is across Kentucky, but most of the deep moisture is now off to our east. On top of what you already have, here's what may fall tonight and tomorrow morning. A manageable snow. Unfortunately, it's falling on top of a foot of snow, so there's nothing manageable about it. 2 to 4 inches still into parts of eastern Kentucky, and right along the Kentucky and West Virginia borders, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches still a possibility, especially as you get deeper into West Virginia. So guys, it's the snowstorm that just keeps on keeping on, and it's going to roll right on in to the first part of our Saturday.
Chris, thank you. Well, it has simply been a traffic nightmare tonight on Interstate 75 in Rockcastle County. Drivers have been stranded for hours because crashes keep shutting down parts of the interstate.
Really frustrating situation out there. The problem has been in the Mount Vernon area. Our Caitlin Setner and her photographer have been among those stuck on the interstate tonight. In order to hear her, she is having to report from inside her news car tonight because it's so windy. She has the latest from Rockcastle County.
It's been a crazy day in Rockcastle County where I-75 north and southbound have been closed for a number of hours. People are starting to turn off their cars to save gas. After a number of accidents on the interstate near Mount Vernon, it has been shut down. Every time it looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel, more accidents and slide-offs are occurring. It's not clear at this point when the interstate will reopen, but we talked to a woman who's trying to make it to Tennessee to coach a volleyball tournament tomorrow. Luckily, she came prepared with blankets and a lot of food.
I've been stuck out here since 5. I actually have a coworker of mine who is 6 miles up the road from where I'm stuck, and she had been there since 1:30. So it's just a complete standstill. People have their cars turned off to save their gas, and there's not even much going on the northbound side. Just a lot of snow blowing, and it's very windy. You never imagine yourself being out here for 5 hours during a snowstorm.
The snow does seem to be coming down more heavily now. That seems like it will be the issue when the interstate does reopen. There's so much snow packed on the ground. We have been here since 5 o'clock this afternoon. The cars surrounding us are trying to make it out of state to Georgia. Others just trying to make it home. We're hoping we can bring some good news soon. In Rockcastle County, Caitlin Settner, WKYT.
And we hope that all of them make it home safely at some point tonight or tomorrow morning. State police are now diverting southbound traffic off I-75 at exit 76 in Berea and northbound I-75 traffic at exit 41 in London. They say they're also trying to move several tractor trailers that are stuck in Rockcastle County, and road crews are also trying to clear snow and ice. Emergency managers say that they've also opened up a shelter for travelers at the West London Baptist Church on Parker Road in London.
Lexington Mayor Jim Gray says it appears most people listened to warnings and stayed home today, and he says that helped road crews clear snow as best they could, but the city's roads are still snow-covered and dangerous tonight. Hillary Thornton joins us now live from Lexington with an update. Hillary?
Amber, as the snow continues to fall out here in Lexington, and with those strong gusts of wind that Chris was talking about, the driving conditions out here simply are not good. While crews have worked hard all day, this snowfall has simply been nearly impossible to keep up with.
New Circle Road, I expected it to be a lot clearer than it was. It's pretty dangerous. I would advise people to stay off the roads.
That's the feeling for many drivers who ventured out once the snow started piling up this morning.
I am in for the night when I leave here.
Crews have been battling the relentless snowfall, working to keep roads passable. They will continue working around the clock, trying to ensure that Big Blue Nation has no problem making their way through town to Rupp Arena as the Cats take on Vanderbilt tomorrow afternoon.
It is a problem now, but as the snow lets up, it's going to be less of a problem. The main arterials, they should be, by tomorrow at 4 o'clock, they should be in pretty good shape, being if it's a forecast holds true.
As they have been all day, crews continue to ask folks to stay off of the roads at this point unless absolutely necessary, hoping by tomorrow afternoon it will be a little easier going around town. Now, Lexington's Director of Streets and Roads says they are hoping to get to their rank 3 and 4 streets tomorrow. Those are those residential and neighborhood roads. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Now, the city is not towing cars parked along streets right now, but city leaders strongly encourage drivers to move them. As for that UK game tomorrow, UK leaders ask fans to give themselves plenty of time to get to Rupp Arena. If you have tickets but can't make it to the game, UK says that you can resell them through ticket exchange.
In Clark County, some roads are still impassable tonight, but we talked to a few people who did decide to leave home anyway. As Monique Blair tells us, they ended up getting stuck.
I'm freezing.
It was supposed to be a 5-minute trip to Walmart to simply pick up one ingredient to make snow cream. Paige M. says it was going to be a fun way to spend a night stuck inside the house because of this weather.
Our plan was to come to Walmart, go inside, get vanilla, come back out and go back home. It didn't work out that way.
But the weather and M's car had other plans.
And I'm a car stuck. We were in the parking lot here and it just quit going, and turns out the tire's locked up. I think it's froze.
M's has AAA, but she says they told her they were so busy it would take several hours before they'd be able to pick her up.
It's been worse. I've been stuck in worse.
I'm standing out here on the bypass in Winchester, and you can see after it has been snowing here all day, the road is still almost completely covered in snow. It was a problem M says she faced also when making that short 5-minute drive from her house to Walmart.
Well, you couldn't see the roads. You slide around everywhere, and hope you're on the right side of the road.
And although she had to wait several hours for help to come, Em says she didn't get discouraged.
I'm sure I'm going to remember it.
But of course, she did make sure to get her vanilla. It was, of course, the whole reason for the trip.
Oh, it better be real good.
In Winchester, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Now, 6 states, including Kentucky, have declared emergencies because of the storm.
And Washington, D.C. has called in the National Guard to help deal with what's expected to be 2 to 3 feet of snow. Craig Boswell has the latest.
The snow in Washington, D.C. is pretty as a picture, but officials warn it could get ugly.
This is a 36-hour storm with expected dangerous winds.
The massive storm could dump as much as 3 feet of snow on the nation's capital, falling at a rate of 2 to 3 inches an hour.
This is where it's really cranking. In the morning, D.C. up toward Philly and up toward New York City and Long Island.
The storm has already been blamed for deaths in North Carolina, Kentucky, and Tennessee.
One of the major monikers of success for this, for me, personally, is to make sure we don't lose anybody. And that's first and foremost.
Conditions here in the nation's capital have deteriorated rapidly. Most drivers are listening to the call to stay off the roads. This Virginia family ventured out on foot.
We came to have dinner with our neighbors, with our friends, and so we thought we would walk because that was the better option.
The Jersey Shore is bracing for coastal flooding. The storm coincides with the full moon and high tide.
This is going to be a significant storm, but nowhere near the kind of storms that we've dealt with over the last 6 years.
Airlines have canceled more than 3,500 flights for Saturday. This storm will impact more than 80 million people. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
Well, don't forget, we have a full list of closings and cancellations on our website, WKYT.com. Fayette County Sheriff's deputies have been helping those in need during this winter storm. We'll have a look at their winter care program in 9 minutes.
Our winter storm continues across central and eastern Kentucky. We are tracking more rounds of snow overnight into your Saturday. I know you're shocked about that, huh? We'll track it with a new hour-by-hour forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
From days before,
We are tracking a major winter storm that is going to try to shut down the Bluegrass State.
to when the snow starts falling.
The snow has been piling up quickly.
And all of our resources, of course, at work today covering the situation.
Heavy amounts of snow on the tune of a quick inch or two every hour.
This is some of the hardest snow we've seen so far today.
When Kentucky weather is at its worst, WKYT works hard to keep you safe. WKYT stands for Kentucky.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Stop paying high electric bills. Call Eastern Airflow and upgrade to a new energy-efficient Timstar heating system. With offices in Richmond and Prestonsburg, we serve all central and eastern Kentucky. We now offer in-house financing for Timstar systems.
Welcome. How you doing? Good, how are you? So today you're going to choose a mobile office. Okay. You can choose this Chevy Silverado, which offers built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, or you can choose this Ford F-150, which doesn't offer Wi-Fi. But to make up for it, we added a trailer, a satellite antenna, and Dolores.
Hey, fellas.
What? So which one do you want?
I'd pick the Chevy. Definitely.
Or get this dependable Silverado All-Star Edition with a total value of $7,250. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
Synthetic drug use is on the rise, and officers are frightened by what they see.
It's almost like an animal-like effect. It's probably the worst thing that I've seen.
What happens when the people in control have no control? Synthetic drugs, Monday at 6 on WKYT.
98.1 The Bull and Hardee's presents the Red, White, and Boom Music Festival 2016.
Starring Jason Aldean,
Eric Church,
Florida Georgia Line,
Thomas Rhett,
Cole Swindell,
Casey Musgraves,
and many more.
Powered by the Lexington Clinic. Labor Day weekend, September 2nd through the 4th at the Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Lexington.
Tickets on sale now at
redwhiteandboom.com.
WKYT First Alert Weather is brought to you by Cartown Kia. Now, Your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day continues. Winter storm warning is out for all of the central and eastern parts of the state still. This will carry us through tonight as we get backlash snows coming in from the blizzard that is along the eastern seaboard. I mean, look at this thing wrapping up here from a meteorological standpoint. That is impressive to see the returns completely wrapping around an eye-like feature. That's when you know you've got a major blizzard that is ongoing across the eastern part of the country and snows all the way back into parts of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And some of that is being siphoned off by an upper level system across Kentucky. So we're now getting in on some Atlantic moisture. Earlier today we had moisture producing the snowstorm from the Gulf of Mexico. Yes, it's still the same snowstorm. We just decided to change the moisture source. Gulf of Mexico was done, so we opened up the Atlantic a little bit for some juice. Notice how in the past hour how this fills in the parts of eastern Kentucky. That'll be a trend we watch as we go through the remainder of the overnight. Watch your eastern sky, your northeastern sky as moisture comes back into town over the next several hours. Downtown Lexington, still some snows that are flying around. These are smaller flakes. They don't have as much moisture in them compared to what we had a little earlier in the day. You can see those flying around in front of some of the lights out in front of the station here and the drifts that are roughly 2 feet, 3 feet in a few spots around the station right now. That's what happens. You put down 10, 11 inches of snow in a hurry, and that's what we have here at WKYT, and we're trying to add to that tonight as the snows pick up again for areas that are working on 18 and 19 inches of powder. You're going to pick up a few more inches. Southeastern Kentucky, snows increasing. Southern Kentucky, snows are picking back up just a little bit. And when you're looking at radars tonight and tomorrow, it's also, you're going to notice some gaps in there. Then you're going to look outside. Wait a minute, my radar says it's not snowing over top of me, but it is. Radars won't pick up on these small little teeny tiny flakes that we're going to be seeing. So additional snow tonight, another 1 to 3 possible for the I-75 corridor, central Kentucky, 2 to 4 eastern Kentucky, where you already have 18 or 19 on the ground in some areas. And the farther east that we go, another foot into parts of West Virginia. Absolutely insane totals. Here's one of the future radars. And look at the returns coming at us, 3 o'clock in the morning. Notice how the snows are coming against the grain. No, we're not just going to hit the reverse button and have this whole system come back at us, but it is going to throw more in the way of at least light snows through central and eastern Kentucky through 11 o'clock tomorrow. A little different version of the hour-by-hour forecast. You got to bear with me on the voice. It's been going strong since 9 o'clock this morning in here. We go through 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures are low 20s. If there is a saving grace, at least it's not brutally cold behind this storm. Low 20s, maybe a few upper teens to start the day. Still snowing central and eastern Kentucky. By the time we roll toward noon, now we see mainly eastern Kentucky with some flakes, and a lot of the steadier snows then begin to decrease tomorrow evening into eastern Kentucky. Still a flurry or two. Tomorrow night, if we clear the skies up into Sunday morning, we could be closer to 0 in a few spots. That right now is a little touch and go. If you have cloudy skies Sunday morning, you're going to be 10 to 15. If you have clear skies, you're going to be down 0, 5 above, 5 below. Let's hope some clouds hang tough in there. Another little system will come at us on Monday. That could be a little rain or snow maker. You're looking at this 7-day forecast. Maybe you're a school administrator. Maybe you're a parent who's got a kid that's already got a little cabin fever over a couple of days of being home, and you're wanting to melt some snow in the next week. We're not going to melt a whole heck of a lot with a forecast that is like that. Nothing that is out of the ordinary cold, but nothing that is snow melting warm either.
Did we come anywhere close to that
we did not,
record
we
for
did
a single
not
day?
officially get it for Lexington. The winds are blowing the snows around. I suspect the folks out at Bluegrass Airport had a very difficult time trying to measure snow today, compared to everybody else.
It's bad enough, whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
Well, coming up, we are riding along with Fayette County Sheriff's deputies as they help people around the community. That's next.
This weekend at American Freight, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Get a twin and a full and a queen. Get a queen and a king, 2 kings, 2 queens, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Famous names like Simmons, Stewart, and Hamilton. Free layaway till tax refund this weekend only. At American Freight in Lexington, 272 West New Circle Road next to Walmart across from Jalapenos. Phone 226-0008.
If your vehicle has been in an accident, you have the right to choose your collision center. Tell your insurance company you want to take it to Fortune. Fortune Collision Center, 1-800-506-9322. Fortune Collision Center works with all insurance companies. We'll contact your insurance company and get an estimate. With 5 Central Kentucky locations, call 1-800-506-9322 or click on fortunecollision.com. Remember, when your insurance company asks where you want to take your vehicle, tell them you want to take it to Fortune.
Join WKYT and the Fayette County Sheriff's Office for the Winter Care Coat Drive. Donate your coats at any Republic Bank in Lexington through the end of February, and Chase Cleaners will clean them. Together, we can provide warmth to those who need it most.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and install right over your existing tub. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
Get weather plus traffic with a WKYT weather app. Have the Defender radar network in the palm of your hand while checking your driving conditions for your commute on the same screen. Weather plus traffic on the WKYT weather app.
I moved to Kentucky about 20 years ago and didn't know a soul. And one of the first things that stood out to me was how welcoming the people were. They came up to me, they introduced themselves, they said, "You're going to love Kentucky." And you know what? I did. And I am proud to say that Kentucky is my home. When we say WKYT stands for Kentucky, it means that we care about the people and places that make this state so special. I'm WKYT's Jennifer Palumbo, and I stand for Kentucky.
Hello? Harry?
It's a reverse flash. He's back.
He should be erased from existence, right?
This is where he learns about you. All of you. This is his origin story. And there's nothing you can do about it.
The Flash, only this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
It's been a busy day for Fayette County Sheriff's deputies. They've been helping medical workers get to their jobs and helping people get to important medical appointments.
It's all part of the winter care program that they do, and our Victor Puente rode along.
Many of Lexington's main roads were undrivable today in anything but a four-wheel drive. Law enforcement had asked people to stay off the roads unless it was necessary, but for some people who had to be out, it was law enforcement who was there to help.
For almost 18 hours today, Fayette County Sheriff's deputies have gone from hospital to homes.
Any kind of critical appointments for medical patients, medical personnel needing to get to and from, the hospitals.
And delivered everything from pharmaceuticals to food.
We kind of run out of food, so we went by and stocked up a little box for them from the Catholic Access Center and delivered it to them.
One woman said her employer had offered to get her a hotel room, but she didn't have to be back at work until Sunday. The radio was nonstop with dispatchers taking constant calls.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so I am prepared for snow, but usually when the roads are cleaned, much better. So my Nissan would not do very great in this.
With patients, nurses, doctors, dietitians, all thankful to catch a ride.
There's a lot of other healthcare professionals that are still required to be here no matter what, and we're there just to provide the best care possible for patients.
And to end their day.
You don't have to go out, stay inside.
The deputy tells me they'll continue giving those rides until at least midnight. He said after that they'll assess the situation to see how many more rides they may need to give. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
So if you need a ride, we do have that number for you again on our website. Check WKYT.com.
Despite all this snow, we still have sports this weekend, including a tough SEC matchup for UK.
Yeah, Kentucky taking it on Vanderbilt, but as John Calipari says, he's teaching a refuse-to-lose mentality to anybody. One guy who has really impressed in the last 2 games, Derek Willis. You'll hear from him next.
WKYT's High School Game Time is brought to you by Eastern Kentucky University.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Lexington Overstock Warehouse is having our huge annual floor model sale. Don't miss this opportunity to grab new furniture and mattresses at a fraction of store prices. Save up to 80% off select display models. Come early to get your best selection. LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com.
Welcome. How you doing? Good, how are you? So today you're going to choose a mobile office. Okay. You can choose this Chevy Silverado, which offers built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, or you can choose this Ford F-150, which doesn't offer Wi-Fi. But to make up for it, we added a trailer, a satellite antenna, and Dolores.
Hey, fellas.
What? So which one do you want?
I'd pick the Chevy. Definitely.
Or get this dependable Silverado All-Star Edition with a total value of $7,250. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $60 million.
P-Rats is cleaning out, clearing out, and closing out with up to 50% off and savings up to 3 times the state sales tax break, plus 0 interest for 24 months and doorbusters all through the store.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Win $10,000 at Toyota on Nicholasville and pay off your holiday bills. Test drive any new Toyota before March 1st and you'll be entered to win $10,000. No purchase necessary. Get 0% for 60 months. New Corollas, only $149 a month. New Camrys, $169 a month. And you could win $10,000 at Toyota Nicholasville. The big Toyota store. Where price sells cars. More specials at ToyotaNicholasville.com.
The hottest name in late night is talking to the biggest names in politics.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. Who's paying for the candy?
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
This is the first interview that we've actually.
That's true.
I was playing a character who did not care for you.
I can say it now. It was mutual.
Where newsmakers make news.
I've said a few things about you over the years.
Some nice things. Not too much.
Weeknights, only CBS.
P-Rats is cleaning out, clearing out, and closing out. Select mattress sets, any size, one price. Like this pillow top set, just $149 each piece. Or this Sealy Ultra Plush pillow top, $249 each piece.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Last night, the Cats bouncing back with an impressive road win at Arkansas, and they hope to keep it going tomorrow afternoon against those pesky Vanderbilt Commodores. Big performances by Derek Willis and Scal LaBissiere helping Kentucky surge to an early lead last night. Tyler Eulis, Jamal Murray combining for 43 points against the Razorbacks, and Cal liking the way his team is fighting right now.
The attitude of refuse to lose. Just refuse. Now, you may run out of time. The clock may run out of time on you. But it's not because you weren't fighting to win the game. Just, you didn't have enough time. Needed 2 more minutes. So hopefully we get back to that, and if we do, we're going to be fine.
The Cats play at home tomorrow against Vandy. It's on ESPN starting at 4 o'clock. For the second consecutive game, Derek Willis providing a huge spark for the Wildcats. After recording his first career double-double against Auburn, Willis had 12 points against the Razorbacks to go along with a career-high 4 block shots. He credits his inner circle for pushing him and giving him confidence.
Yeah, I just want to stay consistent. That's the thing. I mean, my dad, I hate to bring up my dad in media, but I mean, honestly, he's the one that's kind of pushed me towards this, him and my girlfriend. And, you know, he said, you know, first game you had against Auburn, you know, it was an amazing game. You know, you played really well. But, you know, what's going to really, you know, keep you going is, you know, the next game and, you know, the next game. So I'm just trying to play consistent and do what I can and, you know, just hope for the best.
Future Wildcat Malik Monk and his Bentonville Tigers out of Arkansas playing El Dorado High School today on national television. Monk putting on a show, especially in the fourth quarter. At one point, Monk scoring 14 straight, and he did it with relative ease. And he had a bad night. He had 29 points on an off night. Monk named a McDonald's All-American earlier this week, along with other future Cats, Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox, and Sasha Kalia-Jones. That game will take place March 30th. Look at that. Wow. At the United Center in Chicago. To the NBA, Cavaliers coach David Blatt fired today despite Cleveland having the best record in the NBA Eastern Conference. Cavs general manager David Griffin said the firing was because of a lack of a fit and lack of vision with the personnel. Blatt is the first head coach since conferences began in the 1970-71 season to be fired when his team had the best record in its conference. Assistant coach Tyronn Lue is now the new head coach. And we also have football on Saturday for you if you're still snowed in and you're tired of basketball maybe. 3 former Wildcats will be participating tomorrow. Kentucky seniors Farrington Huguenin and A.J. Stamps will play in the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl at 6 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN2. And defensive tackle Corey C.J. Johnson will play in the East-West Shrine game, that on Saturday as well at 4 o'clock on the NFL Network. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.